All right. So let's start from here one more time. So here we do see that the atria has repolarized because it's green, and then the action potential from the AV node travels through the left and the right bundles to the Purkinje fibers as shown by the little yellow arrows. So we are having ventricular depolarization at this point. And if you look at the graph, we do see the prominent QRS complex that represents ventricular depolarization. Okay. Now next, right, this one, we see that the ventricles have depolarized completely. It's yellow, so the ventricles are depolarized, and now the ventricle will contract and then repolarize back. So it's the wait time where the ventricles have completely depolarized and it'll start repolarization, and that is indicated by the ST segment, by the little black line here. Okay, and then finally we have ventricular repolarization. As you can see, the ventricles are having the green shade, meaning it's repolarizing back, and we do see the T wave on the graph. We see the T wave in green. So this is the relationship between the action potential or the electrical conduction and the ECG. Moving on to heart arrhythmias detected by the ECG. Now, arrhythmias are abnormal heart rhythms. Two main types: bradycardia, where the heart rate is super slow. It's below 60 beats per minute. The average is 75 to 80 beats per minute. And then there is another condition called tachycardia, where the heart beats super fast. It's above 100 beats per minute. Both bradycardia and tachycardia can take place under normal conditions. And at the bottom, we do see sinus bradycardia and sinus tachycardia. Do you see this? Now, sinus bradycardia is again slow heart rate. So as you can see, the beats are slow, or the beats are further apart from each other. In tachycardia, it's super fast, so the beats are kind of close together. This is okay. However, if we have trachycardia or tachycardia, sorry, did I say trachy? Tachy. If we have tachycardia in the ventricles, that is a problem. Now, abnormal tachycardia can occur due to drugs or fast ectopic pacemaker cells. What are ectopic pacemaker cells? Usually the SA node is the pacemaker, right? The SA node. However, remember, the AV node and the bundle of His, or the AV bundle, they can also generate action potentials, and these are called ectopic pacemaker cells. So the point is, if there is some abnormal action potentials being generated at the AV node or the AV bundle, that leads to ventricular tachycardia. And you can see ventricular tachycardia in this picture right here. Now, ventricular tachycardia, as I mentioned before, results from ectopic pacemaker cells, and these pacemaker cells kind of start contracting out of sync. So they are not coordinated with the atria anymore. The problem is, if left untreated, this can lead to very, very dangerous situation called ventricular fibrillation, as you see in the bottom. And ventricular fibrillation lasts few seconds and can lead to death. because when we have ventricular fibrillation, the ventricles are totally out of sync, and it is beating so fast that it is not pumping any blood into the major arteries. So the flutter is extremely fast beating of the heart. It's about 200 to 300 beats per minute. But fibrillation is totally uncoordinated pumping between the atria and the ventricles, which does not help the blood to be transported to the systemic circulation. All right, so I'll stop here and then I'll start with a new video with cardiac output and heart rate.